savers could be missing out on hundreds of pounds each because they haven't got their money in the best accounts. That's a claim at least coming from the consumer group
Which says it's carried out research which suggests many people could be getting better interest rates. In total, they're losing out on almost £13 billion. Let's speak to Paul Lewis from Radio 4's Money Box programme, who's here. Hello, Paul.
Hello, Sean.
Is it the bank's fault or the consumer's fault they're missing out on so much money?
Well, it's both, but I think I would probably blame the banks first. I mean, we can all do things to try and ameliorate our own position, but what the banks typically do, they tempt you in to move your money to them with a decent rate. 3% or so now on instant access, 3.5% you can get on a cash ISA. But then a year later, the rate plummets. I mean, the top paying cash ISA with AA is 3.5%. Just over a year from now, it will fall to 0.5%. And if you look overall, the great bulk of accounts are now paying 0.5% or less. So you have to keep moving your money around. So in that sense, it's the bank's fault for giving us those offers, our fault for not taking action to move them round.
It does seem a bit sneaky on the part of the banks, though, and building societies, doesn't it? That you've got to, stay on the hop every year and check that you're not being
absolutely.
deprived.
I mean, they do tell you when rates go down now. They have to under European rules. But I mean, Lorna Bell tweeted me to say it's a pain to have to keep changing accounts each year. Well, yes, it is. And I think there is an issue actually here that may be looked into by the new regulator that's starting next year. Is it treating customers fairly to say, we'll pay you 3.5% and then plunge it down to 0.5% a year later, even if they tell you? Is that a fair way of treating customers? And I think that will become an issue over the next couple of years.
So what should customers do if they're tempted to join a bank and they've got some savings and they're tempted in by those rather high when you look at where interest rates are at the moment, sort of 3–4%?
Yes.
What should they look out for?
Well, they should look out for where that rate will be in a year or 18 months' time. They should also look
So put a note in your diary for a year's time.
Put a note in your diary, absolutely, a note a year ahead. Also look out for restrictions. If you take it more than 3 or 4 amounts out each year, are you going to lose money? And the other thing, of course, and Paul Howard has tweeted me this, and he's absolutely right, if you have a debt, don't save. Pay off the debt first, because that will save you a lot more money than saving. So, you only save if you really have got spare cash that you don't need to do other things.
And important to remember that if you are switching from one ISA company to another, you need to do it within the system.
Yes, you do. You have to open the new ISA and then get them to transfer the money from the old ISA. If you take it out, then you lose that tax-free status, so it must be transferred in between.
All right, Paul.
Before you go, Sean, I've been getting lots of tweets.
Have you?
Some of them have been about you.
Oh, dear.
So,
sorry.
Proper lady and presenter. I knew that was about you on both counts. And Kaz says, Sean will be hugely missed. Good luck. And it's true.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. She's trying to hold on to the end of the programme without,
losing it all together.
Emotional.
Thank you very much.
But with a time of 23 minutes past 8, that has just failed.
That's very sweet of you.
Sorry, we can't move on, actually, because after